very much. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I recently traveled to Houston, Texas on business about 3 weeks ago. And that reminded me of a fact that happened many, many years ago that changed my life. Because when I was 5 years old, I almost died. Some people could actually say that it's a miracle that I stand before you today. When I was 5 years old, we went on a family vacation from California to Houston, Texas, visiting relatives on my mother's side. And on one beautiful, clear, early summer morning, before the humidity started to kick in, clear blue sky, one of those great days, my uncle decided to take us crab fishing. We found ourselves on the side of a country road. Picture it. On one side you had, they called it a pond, I called it a lake. On one side, there was a body of water. There was a one-lane road in the middle. On the other side, there was another body of water. And there was this huge drainage pipe that took the water from our side underneath the road to the other. Now, as I am today, I stand before you a California city boy. That means I have no idea about crab fishing. The way it was taught to me was this. You get a little string, and at the end you have some hook in the bait, and you throw it in as far as you can. And you pull it back slowly, and you see what you caught. And then you throw it as far as you can, and you pull it slowly, and then you see what you caught. I was 5 years old. The throw-in, that's the fun part. And I'm there with my older brother, he's 3 years older than I am, and this time, regardless of all the other times I've been beaten by him in various competitions, I'm going to win this competition. So on one particular throw, did I happen to mention I didn't know how to swim yet? Minor thought, don't give another thought. So on one particular throw, did I happen to mention that I was strategically standing directly over that drainage pipe that took the water from one side of the road underneath to the other? Minor issue, don't even think about it. On one particular throw, this was going to be the best throw of the day. I was going to beat my brother in this throw. On one particular throw, I put all of my energy in and threw it as hard as I could. Whether it was the momentum or whether that I forgot to let go of the string, I went head first into the water. Disappeared immediately. We weren't crab fishing on the shores of Honolulu. We were in Houston. The water was murky. Disappeared immediately. No more than a second ago, I was standing within arm's distance of my mother, my father, my brother, and my uncle, and I was gone. And then my uncle, Ernest Victor Boudreaux, God bless his loving Vietnam veteran heart, instinctively reached into the water, into the darkness as far as he could, and pulled me out by my ankle. By my ankle, saving me from certain death. Has to be my oldest and clearest memory, because I'll swear on a stack of Bibles that I remember at 5 years old standing on the road being dried by the Houston sun, while my mother was trying to recompose herself because she was devastated about what had almost happened. She was so traumatized by that event, we canceled the rest of our trip and returned the next day to California. If you bring it up now, she will start shaking, literally. And when I think back at that day, the interesting thing is not that I almost died. The interesting thing is, until relatively recently, I never gave that event a second. Oh yeah, something happened when I was young in Texas. The interesting thing is, I believe now that whether it was divine intervention, whether it was pure dumb luck, I believe it was not my time to go. It was not my time to go. And if I have that belief, that understanding, and as I become older and have different visions of mortality as people get older and sicker and pass away, I have to ask myself, why am I here? Why am I here? Am I here to be a business growth consultant and travel the world and help individuals and organizations achieve their goals? Am I here so that I can bring in 2 amazing children into the world so that they can do something? Am I here so I can be there for my mother and father in their greatest time of need? The challenge is, I have no idea what the answer to that question is. The good news is, I have devoted my life to treat every single day as if it were my last. I've devoted every single day to search for my destiny and to fulfill it. Because it has to be more important than just getting up and doing a job and going back to sleep. There has to be a reason why I'm here and why each one of you is here. So my question for you before I sit down, just one question. Why are you here?